Good morning. We are headed to back up a Gold Wraith, probably for the last day. Well, at least of this week, 'cause it is Friday. I'm gonna knock out that back fence line area, and then I won't have to go back up there over the weekend, which is great because I have 4 quotes tomorrow, like all over the place. Some south, some north. I have to possibly go to a gun show with some friends. They're looking to buy a new gun, and they're not the most knowledgeable about it, so they want me there. And then also the 550 for the fiber optic company is done. He's going to pay for it today. So I will either head out there tonight and pick it up because the diesel shop builder said they'll leave it outside the gate with the keys hidden on it somewhere. Or I will pick it up sometime tomorrow. And just called back Kubota. That's Clint. Just called back Kubota. Just waiting on side-by-sides getting rented on Monday, so I can't forget that. Either me or my brother will have to drop that off probably. My dad's getting the eye surgery, so probably Kyle will have to do that. That's really the only option. And then also, like I said, I don't remember what I was saying, something about before the side-by-side rental, I don't know, couldn't have been that important. Either way, we're gonna head up to Gold Wraith. Now, I have a brown truck. Good morning. I've already done this, haven't I? Yes, I have. Never mind then. I mean, I guess still good morning. Part 2. We're here. We're going to start at the very back corner over there. Again, front's all done. Back's all done. So we just got that corner. I think this will go relatively quickly today because I'm following an old fence line. Well, actually, it'll go really quickly today. The fence line over here, I'm not touching yet because I don't know if he's buying the neighbor's property. He's on a fishing trip on the ocean all weekend, so he's not going to have cell service. So I'm just going to go back there, knock that back section out, and then with whatever time I have left, start ripping out cross fences. He's pretty much giving me the green light. Every cross fence besides one pen by the barn is coming off his property. So he's gonna keep me busy out here. Biggest thing right now is just get the fence line stuff so his guys can get started, and then I have a lot of other jobs I gotta get to. But yeah, just cleaned out the filter as you saw. Now I have a brown truck. I'm getting a little redundant in doing this. I'm gonna get to work. getting pretty good progress done. That's that high fence that I may or may not be taking out. It's meant to be buys that land. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind. All this is cleared out, and then all of a sudden this machine started acting funny, and I'm like, don't you start, because you're the chosen one. It's just low on hydraulic fluid, like really, really low. It's supposed that there's a little black bar. It's supposed to be at that red line in the middle, so it's not leaking anywhere. All the lines are fine. It's just low on fluid, I guess. I checked. It's not leaking internally or anything. At least nowhere I can see. So I'll bring it back to the truck and run into the closest town that would have a hardware store and get some fluid for it. So it should be a simple fix. Just out of kind of happened out of nowhere, but it is what it is. Went ahead and just popped the cab open real quick. Everything looks fine. I was worried maybe a line popped loose because it was very instant when it happened, but I guess I'm just low on fluid. Both of these do leak. That one actually decently pretty good. So most likely just been over that, and then I just ran it a little too low. So simple enough. We're just gonna go get a new go get some more fluid and get back. So sucks not to stop working, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Got the fluid at a nice little local place. You know, the one nice thing about working in these ranching towns is everyone's got tractors and flatbeds and trucks, so if something breaks down, I don't have to go too far to get parts to fix it. So luckily you're just 5 minutes up the road. 2 gallons, nothing crazy. What else was I say? Oh, they had a sign at the door, which I loved. I am turning, so I love Texas. I also like small town Texas. They had a big sign at the front door. It's we support guns here. We say Merry Christmas. We blah blah blah. I didn't read the whole thing, but it was basically like, this is what we're doing here. If you don't like it, you can leave. And I said, you know what? Damn right. I like that. So 183, sure, sounds right. Headed south. I think I'm on the wrong road. I am definitely on the wrong road. I'm gonna put this down so I can get back to the job. So the not the Fairlane, but the Ranchero I bought my father, I bought in Gold Range. And I just happened, I was coming down this road, I'm like, this road seems familiar. Reason being, the field I picked the Ranchero up from was right here. It was just sitting right at that gate. We loaded it up and back to the because just where their road is. That's where they lived. Nice. They don't live there anymore. It was the grandpa. He was selling the property and his whatnot. It looks like they got it all cleaned up, so just felt like sharing, I guess. But now we're on dirt roads all the way to the property. New fluid is in. It is all good to go. I'm gonna fill up. Then we're gonna head back out there and get knocked out. But that's how things are supposed to go on machines. You just fix the easy thing, it just goes. But the FAE rep got back to my Kubota dealer, so hopefully I'll have a quote tonight. And he said, I'm sure I've said this already, it just keeps racing in my head. I don't know what I've said and haven't said. The rate's gonna go up like another percent. It's like it was 4.2, might be like 5.2, 5.5. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So that's no problem. Anyway, fuel. Get back there and get this finished up. And this does now have to go home for my mom's bed. Apparently they need to lay her on rocks, so we're gonna use this to use it. But yeah, let me get this knocked out. Had to get out and walk around a little bit to find the area from up there to down there. My lights are on apparently. That way I can see everything. But stumbled across, not like stumbled, I knew it was here, but gorge. It's quite nice. Apparently it's actually got water over there. They were gonna, because he does actually own this, they were gonna go keep the back fence running along that way and then cut across again. But he said there was gonna be like 60 grand just to go from like there to there. And he said that wasn't worth it, which I agree with. But you can see when the water comes through here, it probably comes through quick. Not a lot, but whenever we hit rainy season, it should be next couple months. They had some kind of pipe running across it. I don't know if this is where they would get water for the animals. Probably. It was probably an inlet or something. Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna back in the machine. I figured out the path. Got maybe another 50, 60 foot to clear. And then this whole back area will be done. Just got to back dry, clean up real quick. And we'll be good. Came down a little bit just to check it out, see where the water is, and I found something. So obviously this animal either died here or died upstream, and just kind of where everything's been left. It's probably a deer. Yep, that's definitely a deer. It smells not horrible, actually. Probably more the water than anything else. That's pretty cool. No antlers. I definitely keep it if it had some antlers, but we'll put it back where I found it. That died who knows how long ago. Lord. Whole bunch of tadpoles and little fish and whatnot. But definitely want to go swimming, but it's cool to have water on the property. Especially in Texas. We used to have a property. We were actually renting it. We were going to buy it, and then they wanted like $45,000 an acre, which now is actually cheap. Had a little creek in the back. I always had water in it, and then when it would rain, it would just be flowing. Pretty cool little thing. All right, I'll get back to work. So close to being done with no issues. And then this tree decided to say, no, we must have contact. It's really not the biggest deal in the world. You just unscrew this and screw a new one on. It's like $140. The issue is, it was still spewing out while it was powered on. If that's the case, then that's going to drain all the hydraulic fluid. So I can't make it back. I did turn it off to stop now, obviously, but here's what it is. Was almost done, just kind of bag dragging this little area. Had that little pile up there to move, and then this whole fence line going to that fence line is good. Pretty much done here. I have like 20 minutes left. I'm down now because of hydraulic issues. So what I'm going to do is unhook the other line, turn it on, and hopefully it doesn't keep spewing out. I also don't know how I'm getting back. I'll have to move that pile, because I have no idea how to get back from that direction. I know the truck's that way. And we're taking this home tomorrow, or today. Well, let's see if it keeps spewing out. I'm going to unhook that first. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's not good. Maybe a hammer will fix it. Hammer. Hammer made it worse. Okay, well, I have to hurry up and get back before it drains the machine. We made it back. It's extremely windy. We now have a nice grease coating across the entire machine so the dust won't stick to it. I gotta walk out back to the front to go grab the truck. The Kubota dealer got back to me with FAE finally. Interest rates went up like 0.2%, which is fine. The only issue is it's like 3 to 4 weeks for the mulcher, so I might have a little vacation. I got a 2-week job lined up for that thing, the other one, so again, it is what it is. I'd rather have it. But what I might do then is get the machine and just get the machine out to this job, because he'll keep me busy for a while with that machine here. And I got my brother out here too, as long as he's not doing his work. If he has his own work, whatever. So that might work the best. Either way, we want to do the credit app, and it's going to go through, and we're ready to do a new machine. Update on the demo payments. Some new things have developed, if you will. It was a $15,000 job. He sent a wire of $8,000 and said, "That's odd. Maybe his bank only allows $8,000 at a time. I don't know why. Maybe." But texting and calling him, nothing. Luckily, like I said, I have the owner's information, so I went ahead and texted the owner, explained everything to him, and he said, "No, I paid him the $16,000. He showed me the 2 wire transfers for it, 2 $8,000 ones, one at the start, one at the finish." Which is odd. He actually asked for the first wire transfer a week before he ever approved the job. So it's still developing, but it looks like what's going to happen is he's going to keep $8,000 of my money, or $7,043.34 of 38 cents of my money. I hope not, because I like the money. I kind of need the money. I have enough money in the account right now to cover all my bills for this month. All my hard set bills, not including fuel and all that. So, and again, I have other work lined up. It's just, why? He made $2,000 on, I guess, remove taxes. Yeah, so he would have made $2,000 if he would have sent me all the money. But no, he got greedy, I guess. I don't know. People are just annoying. Looks like somebody's going to jail. You got. Okay, so my buddy called me, Jake. We talked on the ride home just about some stuff. I offloaded the Kubota, hooked up, put the side-by-side on the bumper pull flatbed, hooked up the flatbed, the gooseneck flatbed. Now I'm headed out to the diesel shop to pick up that truck. And then sometime early next week, we gotta take it to a tire shop so we can get all new tires on it. Luckily, there's this place in town that'll do it. But yeah, just a lot of driving around to do right now. What are you two doing? Oh, come on. All right, let's go pick up a truck. Got to where the truck is. Luckily, there's this church next to it. Normally, you pull in there, go around, and come out. But the gate's closed, so I wouldn't be able to make it. I don't know how I'm going to get the truck over here, because there's a fence in the way. It only has like 5 gallons of gas in it, so I really can't go anywhere. Some people have driven through here. I might just have to pull out and just come this way. That's really the only option I have, because I don't think he said the tires aren't good on it. I don't think I'll have enough fuel to get all the way around. So people have done it before. Hopefully they're okay with that. Let this little car go, and then we're just gonna do a little cut through in the grass. That was loud. And back on the road. Good to go. Good Lord. Both the dogs are ready to jump out, apparently. Alright, let's just load it up and get out of here. Definitely got a little close on this side. And that's right there. But it's on. More than enough clearance. And there's our drive on sides. But yeah, definitely should have been over that way a little bit. But here's what it is. Just go ahead and 4 points, strap it down, and get it home. But I am right there. I could not have done that more perfectly. That is right in line with the edge of the trailer. Update: the truck is on the trailer, but I have no way of strapping it down because my brother used. There's two types of straps. There's a J, and that was like a flat one. I needed the J1 to either wrap around the axle and pull tight, or I just chain and binder it. I have chains, no binders. So now I gotta sit here for 45 minutes and wait for my brother to get here to drop all that stuff off. That's why you put stuff away. And after whatever time it's been, truck strapped down, dogs are inside, and I'm going home. Finally.